How you doing?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. Are you happy with where you are in the screen?
I think so. Are you, when you edit it, is it going to be cropped at all?
Yeah, I'm gonna make your head massive again.
Yeah, yeah. Fair play, mate.
I'll be beautifully proportioned, and then are
Is that
you
better?
are you zooming in? Well, I was happy with the way it was. To be honest, if you zoom out, it gives me more wiggle room when it comes to editing. Are you just moving? Have you got a fancy zoom button, or are you literally just moving your camera?
I'm just moving the table, mate. That's what I'm doing. Nothing fancy at all. Nothing fancy this end, mate.
Yeah, we've matched quite a lot, haven't we?
We
I
have, mate. It's astonishing.
Well, I intentionally didn't look at your pics until I'd sent my pics to you. And then I opened them up and I was like, oh, I've seen that watch before.
Yeah, it was
People are
kind
going to
of it
start
was
to
kind
think
of
this.
weird.
Say again?
It was kind of strange, mate. Because when I was looking at yours, I was thinking, have I clicked on my own ones? Because I was like, so yeah. But anyway, it must mean that those watches are decent then. If we both
Well,
chosen
to be
them.
honest, I think that's better than us being at completely other ends of the spectrum and choosing wildly different watches. I mean, we
Yeah.
have picked some watches that are different. So yeah, I mean, I guess it's to be expected that we pick some that are the same. Well, let me just quickly point out to everyone that this is for the next big AliExpress sale that starts. Oh, actually, there is something I want to do before we start. This is for the next big AliExpress sale, which starts on the 19th of August, I think. Luckily, in August, there's only one sale. There was two in June. So I thought we could do a little pose, do a couple of sort of poses for the thumbnail, make the thumbnail easier for me to make. So
Okay.
when I count down from three, just pull your pose for the thumbnail.
Oh, no problem.
Are you ready? Three, two, one. Oh, you can't see my finger. Do you want to try another one? Three, two, one. I'm I'm pointing
we're
at
both
you.
we're both pointing. I don't know what we're pointing at, but we're both pointing.
I just thought it was easier that way. Right, let's get into it. Top three new releases, and I think we've both picked watches that are really quite new. Um,
Yeah. There was
so
one on yours that I was going to choose, and I'm happy I didn't, given the crossover we've had. So I'm glad we chose some different watches.
yeah.
But
So do
yeah,
you want to go
I'll
through
say
your three? You go through your three
yeah,
first.
yeah. So one of them I'm currently still wearing. It featured in my watch wall video that I did a little while ago. It's the ML07 from Militado. It's a field watch. You'll obviously recognise it. They've done a watch that look quite similar. I just like what they're doing for the sort of money, for sort of 30 odd pound to get what you're getting with this watch. And I do like the strap on this. There's nothing spectacular, but I like the fact it's colour matched to the watch in terms of the blacks and browns. I feel it looks really nice. Rather than just some random strap that doesn't do anything for the watch. They've definitely thought it through in terms of what strap they've used on the watch. Seiko VH31 inside. It's only got a mineral crystal, so that's going to bug a few people. A nice
For
sort of
the
bead
money,
glass
though.
finish. Yeah, exactly. For the money, I think it's like you're talking almost Casio money, isn't you? So
Yeah.
when you're talking that to get a watch like this, I think it's spectacular.
Have
I'm
you
currently in the
reviewed it?
process of reviewing it. I'm currently in the process of doing the review.
So this
Like I
is
said,
one of them ones that's coming up, is it?
it will be, mate. I'm gonna try and get it. I'm gonna try and get it up during the sale. Like I did this last time, didn't I? I think.
You kept going on about that San Martin SN0129 review that's coming up.
Yes, the guys this review's gonna be coming probably in the next week or two. So keep
Excellent.
your
I'll let
eyes
you
peeled.
plug it every 30 seconds or so, mate. It's fine. Go on then. Watch number two. What did you pick?
Number two, I went for an Addy's dive. I almost chose one that you were going to choose, but I mean, I went for the AD2056. This is a homage watch, like most watches are on AliExpress. Um, but I think this one looked the best of the homages I've seen for this type of watch, if that makes sense. I do like Addy's dive. I think they offer great value for money.
Definitely,
And
yeah.
my final one is a Proxima. Had to be a Proxima, didn't it? We established this last time that I'm a bit of a Proxima fanboy. But
Have
this
you
is
got
the
your I Love
PX.
Proxima t-shirt on? Because my
I
I
left
Love
it off
San
this time.
Martin.
I need to. I'll have to make sure I wear it next time.
The first one I'm going to pick is this Grand Seiko homage by Addy's Dive. They actually invited me to pick three watches recently from their website, not from AliExpress, but this one is available on AliExpress. I picked it not understanding or not noticing how affordable it is. It's actually got a quartz GMT movement inside it, but I don't mind that for GMT. I think GMT watches almost suit quartz because setting up a GMT watch with a mechanical movement can sometimes be a bit more of a hassle.
Yeah.
It's not perfect. The dial's a funny color, the rehow or flange, sort of is a little bit obvious. But for the money, oh, the steel finishing is, I mean, that's what gets me going. If my missus
Yeah.
wants to, get my engine going, she just brings up on Google steel
Watch
finishing
finishing.
image. Yeah,
Yeah,
steel
yeah.
finishing images. We don't go on porn. We just look up, we just Google steel finishing and I'm away.
That's it. You're all finished.
But yeah, so I mean, a beautiful transition from polish to brushing is all it takes for me, and I gotta say, for the money, it's really, really good. So
It does look the business.
that is a good new release. San Martin, this colourful range of divers that they've just made, I think they are just a really solid, colourful, nothing new really because they've used this case and bracelet before. I just think they're making slightly more interesting, more original designs. And this, I mean, colourful watches in 2024, it's all about colour, isn't it? In 2024,
100%. Yeah, I featured this one on the channel a little while ago. Really nice watch. Very colourful, very vibrant.
Yeah, you just can't
really
fault it. The other one, my other top three new release is the Proxima with the keyboard dial that I've just posted an unboxing for on I Like Watches too. That thing is crazy. I mean, I said in that video, if you gave me 1,000 years to come up with dial ideas, I don't think I'd have ever thought to put keyboard keys on a dial. It's just so, well, some people have made the joke, I'm sort of stealing it. It's just so QWERTY.
QWERTY, oh my days.
Bad joke.
He's off.
No, like I said, I can't take credit for that one, but there's been a few making jokes in the comments section about.
Yeah, I like that, Tim. It's good. It's very clever.
Right, top three divers. Go for it.
Do you want to go first?
Oh, okay, I'll go first.
We can alternate.
Well, we've matched on this one. I don't know if I haven't put these in order really. I've just picked three. Proxima PX1703, beautiful enamel white dial with orange accents. It would have been easy and lazy of me to just pick three San Martins. But actually, I think this does actually deserve to be in the top three. It's just, it's at the moment, it's $269, which seems quite high. I'm pretty sure I've seen it quite a bit cheaper than that.
It will come down during the sale, yeah. Definitely.
I just think it's a lovely watch. The enamel dial with the orange accents and the orange and black looks really, really good. Then I've picked one of the best value for money watches I've ever seen on AliExpress. The San Martin SN0017, the original Water Ghost, but basically their more affordable version where they've just cut back a little bit on some of the specifications to bring the price right down. You still get unbelievable.
£100, isn't it? I think that's like £100.
$128 at the moment. And I wouldn't be surprised.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, it's 100 quid. Yeah, £100. I mean, NH35 powered quality dive watch. It is a Submariner homage, which I know we're all a little bit bored of these days. And then my number three is the Chronos 2000 meter diver, which a friend of the show, Matt, is a friend of mine. He designed the case back for that because if you remember, I sent that watch off to the hydraulic press channel. And they struggled to kill it, so they asked us to do I know they were gobsmacked, to be honest. They bent the case back a little bit and it just paused the movement for a moment, but then when the watch came back out, it started up again. I never got that watch back, but yeah, Matt produced a commemorative bespoke case back for it. But it is just an incredibly well made, chunky homage diver. It's sensational. Yeah, that is normally quite affordable in the sales. What did you pick?
Yeah, so my first one was that Proxima. It's the PX1703. I think it's unbelievable. They brought out another color variation with green accents, but I think the orange one is the one. I think it still is sensational. It just looks the absolute.
Well, the enamel dial looks good in white, because it's reflective, and I think
Yeah.
that the white color really gets the most out of the enamel.
Yeah, it was like I said, when I got it, it massively surprised me, and it went on to become one of my favorite dive watches on AliExpress, if not my favorite, to be honest. And then next we got San Martin. It's one I reviewed a little while ago. It's another one of their colourful ones. Really, really like this one. Really like this one. It was one that I couldn't fault. I know a lot of people were talking about the date colour and stuff. They weren't too clean how it's done, and all these things are subjective, and but I think the way it was executed, I think San Martin, in terms of their bezel action, it can't really be beaten at the moment. Their bezels are unbelievable. They're just unreal in terms
I like
of
the watermelon one, actually. That's a new one. They've added that, haven't they? Or was that always there? Red dial.
There was three different color variations there.
Well, there's
before.
4 now.
Oh wow, there you go.
I think they're grayed out, so you can't select them. I think they're going to add a watermelon version.
Ooh,
take a look at that red dial with a green. It literally looks like a sort of sliced through watermelon. Oh, that looks really cool. Imagine if they'd have put little black pips on the dial.
Oh man. There you go. You have to make some suggestions.
Not just a hat rack, my friend. Maybe I would have come up with that keyboard idea in 1,000 years.
There you go. You're doing yourself a disservice.
Probably better ideas, to be honest. But that's really good. I think that's coming up. I think they'll be releasing that soon. Anyway, is that your 3 divers? No, you got one.
Last but not least is the Fawn SHY 036. This is quite possibly the best value titanium diver you could buy.
That's titanium. Oh yeah, titanium PT 5000. Really. I haven't reviewed it,
mate. Honestly, I couldn't. This is probably my biggest selling regret. I bought it to review, sold it to fund more watches, and after I sold it, I was like, why did I sell that watch?
Yeah.
And I don't have that very often, but it was that good. The lume on it's amazing. The only thing with titanium is it will scratch up, which will be a bit of a pain. But
yeah, steel scratches up as well. I mean, they both do, don't they? Can you get it? I think
it shows up a little bit more. I think it shows a little bit more on this sort of titanium because it's a bit darker, isn't it? So it shows the scratches. But this one, unbelievable. During the sale, I think last sale, this was being bought for just over £100, and I was like, blimey, that is great value for money. And I think this is one of the best divers from AliExpress that I've ever reviewed, to be honest. So great watch.
Nice. Next, we're going to go into top 3 brands. Have you ordered these, as in listed them in order?
Not really. I would probably stand by the order they are in. To be honest, I think it's arguable, but I think from my perspective, these are the 3 best brands, most consistent, best quality on AliExpress.
They're your breast brands, are they?
Breast brands. Yeah, that's how good they are. I'm getting all tongue tied just thinking about it. They're the breast of the business.
Go on, give us your 3 breast brands.
Yeah, my breast brands are San Martin. Had to be on there. I think people would have
in at number 3.
Yeah. So may I just say, in no particular order, we got San Martin. Then I've gone for Baltany. I think it's undeniable, and also Proxima. Proxima always
put them in order. Come on, I've got mine in order. Put them in order.
Number 1, I'll go San Martin.
Are you putting San Martin in at number 1?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think San Martin, in terms of just how many different designs and stuff they put out. Proxima have pigeonholed themselves a touch in terms of the stuff they do well. They need to be a little bit more diverse, in my opinion, to be the breast. But then I'll go for Baltany. I'll put it. Yeah, they probably are in order. And then finally Proxima. I think just because Baltany and San Martin are a bit more established, putting out a lot more watches. So that's why I put it in that order.
I've lost my list. Hang on, let me find.
I don't think you need to look though. Who you put at number 1 though, Gary?
Well, they're definitely the breast.
Breast in the business.
Hang on, I've got it here. I put Kronos in at number 3. I said for ages when they sort of changed all their branding and stuff. I think they had some help from a channel to do that. I can't remember.
I can't remember who done that.
Yeah, no. When they started producing a lot of new watches, it looked like they were going to challenge San Martin for that top spot, but they dropped off. They made a few mistakes with some watches, used the 8000 series Miyota movement too much in a few watches, and I think they did lose their way a little bit. So they dropped, I think, out a second spot. At Baltany, I mean, you struggle to hear, or you generally don't hear a bad word about Baltany. Yes, they make homage watches, but they
Yeah,
just do it right, don't they?
yeah,
They use
100%.
the right movements. They get a lot of respect for that. That's one weakness of San Martin. I mean, I've put San Martin in at number one, because I do think they make just the best watches on AliExpress, and their build quality is comparable to watches significantly more expensive. And
No
we're
doubt.
seeing more and more reviewers now acknowledging that we just can't ignore their watches anymore. But the one criticism that they often get leveled at them is, why are they putting movements in and having ghost positions? If they were to fix that and perhaps improve their original designs a little bit more, I just think they'd just be a completely different level to everyone
Yeah.
else. But yeah, I mean, I don't care if
Like,
people tell me I'm a shill for San Martin. The purpose
the
of
one
my
is,
channel is to guide people towards what I
yeah.
think are the best watches. I'm getting my hands on watches. And, of course, I'm going to be going on about the best watches. It would be a terrible channel if I guided people towards the crap watches. So, maybe I should start doing that.
Well, some people don't seem to have a problem with that, do they? So I
No,
mean,
they don't. Some people love it, but you still
yeah,
get. I mean,
you
there's
got to be
watch
honest
brands
about
out
these
there
sort of
like
things.
Two Dicks and stuff. I should start reviewing Two Dicks, and there is a brand on AliExpress called Two Dicks. Brilliant watches. You should all buy one. Have two dicks
All I
on
would
your
say,
wrist.
Gary, all I would say about that is they're definitely not the breast.
Well, these days you just never know, dear. Right. Anyway, what are we doing now? Best affordable watch under $100.
But I don't want to let the cat out of the bag too early. But with these two next categories, this is what kind of blew my mind. So I chose the Addies dive. It's the AD2059, but I've gone for the same as you with the new logo in terms of the script writing. I just think it works. It's a dressy piece. Well, it's a dressy sports watch, but I mean, it just looks better rather than that nautical sort of snorkeling.
I've gone for that as well. I have. I've got that
It just
watch
looks
in.
amazing.
Yeah,
Have you got it in now?
I've got it in. Yeah, that was one of the three watches from Addy's Dive that I picked.
Oh, fair play, mate. Yeah, good choice.
Yeah, I mean, their watches, these sort of sand dune dial watches of Addy's Dive, again, have been getting so much exposure on YouTube and so much respect that as soon as I saw that they'd launched a new one, had to get it in. And this dial, the previous watch had a VH31. And so
Yeah,
they're
I've had that one.
now offering this one. So they've not just upgraded the logo, they've upgraded the bracelet to a 5-link J style bracelet. I'm not going to say the word. And then of course, the movement NH35 instead of the VH31. More money, but still under $100 out of the sale at the moment, seemingly. And so, I mean, yeah, I think it was a no-brainer. So we agreed on that one.
Yeah.
Next category, best premium watch over $200. You knew I was going to pick this one, so.
No, but the thing is that I had to. Listen, I've seen your review, which was fantastic, by the way.
Almost got
If you haven't seen it, guys,
100,000 views, that video now.
honestly, mate, that watch, it just, if anyone was in any doubt about San Martin and they're still on the fence, watch Gary's review, I put my teeth in, of that watch.
It's the breast.
It's the breast.
It's the breast.
Right there, just before you went. Sorry. I set it up, boss.
Let me knock it out of the park.
Sorry, mate. Yeah, but it is. It's unbelievable. And
it's not just the SN0129. You like this particular version as well.
Yeah.
Because there's no markings on the bezel, and so the radial or the sunburst finishing on the bezel stands out. Normally, the brushing on the bezel on the other ones is top to bottom, north to south.
Mm-hmm.
Straight brushing like this one. But with this one, because there's no markings on the bezel, they've done something a little bit different, which I love. I love the fading red dial version. I mean, it's I
like fume dials, to be honest. I think fume dials look fantastic.
And the fact that it's got that texture on it as well. Yeah, incredible piece. Right, next, we actually didn't agree on this one. So best large watch, 43 millimeters Nova. You went with, well, I'll let you tell everybody your
Yeah,
thoughts.
I went with the Steel Dive SD 1970. It's not an original design, obviously. And one thing I'd say about Steel Dive is I think Steel Dive, they have sort of fallen off a little bit, if I'm honest. I don't think they're putting out watches. They're not in the conversation as much, I don't
No,
think. But this one
Addy's
is
dive
fantastic.
have stepped above
They've
them
gone
now,
past
haven't
them. Yeah, you think
they?
Addy's Dive were sort of in their shadow for a long time, weren't they?
Yeah.
And now I think, like you said, I think they've gone past them with the designs they're putting out. But in terms of this watch, I don't really like bigger watches, but with the sort of shape of the watch and
Yeah.
stuff, I know it's a Homar's watch, and it's very affordable as well. I think this
It's
watch
one
is
of the
very good.
best selling automatic watches on AliExpress. And again, it's one of those watches that channels that you wouldn't normally expect to review AliExpress watches have dipped their toe in, because this watch has just been so well received by.
But you know why, Gary, as well? Like we said it before, it's that lots of these watches have become undeniable now.
Oh
It's
yeah,
whether you like it or not,
for
you can have a little bit of
$60.
you can have a bit of unconscious bias or whatever, but at the end of the day, what you can't help but you can
No.
appreciate what you're looking at, can't you? And
NH35, decent loom. I mean, I reviewed one a good few years ago and I wasn't blown away by the build quality, I have to say. But again, what should we expect for $60? You're not going to get San Martin levels of finishing for
no,
$60. You
it's all
struggle to get a
relative.
San Martin bracelet for $60. So yeah, I mean, what can you
Yeah.
say? I think they've actually improved their finishing from when I reviewed it a few years ago. But yeah, a sensational watch. I've gone with that Chronos again, the 2000-meter diver. That is one of those watches that when I sold it, I instantly regretted it. Yeah, I really probably should buy it back, buy a new one, because of the case back as well that Matt did. But also just because every now and then I just like to wear a massive chunky watch that sort of weighs me down, and this
But I
this
think
will do that.
but I think more than anything, mate, I think the sort of part you had to play in that watch being made and stuff, I think it makes it one that yeah, if I was you, I would definitely own it.
Yeah. I mean, I just try not to keep too many watches around, and
Yeah,
because I still
I
buy
understand that.
watches like you do, I have to raise money for it. So I
Yeah.
regretted selling that one. Someone in the comments section is now going to say, "Yeah, and I bought it, and it's amazing. Thanks." I think the buyer has commented in before and almost taunted me for buying that watch off me. Right, last
Fair
one.
play.
Best
I'll let,
small watch under 39 millimeters. Um, and again, we've both um picked the same watch. Um, uh, is it Baltany's best watch?
from my perspective, yeah, 100%. I think this watch, like you said, they've used the correct movement in it, which I've massively
Yeah.
appreciated. The brown dial, like the chocolate, it's beautiful. It's stunning, absolutely stunning. Proportions are done really well. The finishing's done really well. I just couldn't fault it when I reviewed it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. Great watch.
What you got? What videos you got coming up before the sale
Well, I
starts?
did say, yeah, I've got Aquatico coming this week. Yeah, well, Aquatico coming up. I've got hopefully there's Militado coming up. It's going to be quite AliExpress at the moment just because of the
Well, that's
sale.
when people
So
are interested in AliExpress watches, when the sales are coming
yeah.
up. I mean, that's what a
So
lot of
then,
people do. They focus on
and like,
AliExpress watches.
and like yourself, what I'll do is I'll probably put a few micro brands out once the sale's finished, so people can get their they can sort of just relax and stop getting sort of bombarded with all these videos from AliExpress. So
I
I like to
know.
give them a bit of time off afterwards
It's
because I don't want
phenomenal, isn't it? You know when there's a
it's
sale
mad,
coming
yeah.
up.
Yeah, because we're all guilty of it. Because it's the best time to show people these watches when they can get them at an affordable price, isn't it? Rather than
Of course,
waiting.
yeah.
And like I said, this sale is the best before the one in November. For me, it's this one in November,
Oh,
and then it's
okay.
kind of done for the year, isn't it? So in terms of the best sales on AliExpress,
Yeah.
they might throw another one in, but generally they tend to be
I
the
think it
ones.
varies,
So
to be honest. I think different brands or different watches are discounted differently during the different sales. It's just hit and miss whether the watch you want is well discounted
yeah,
in that particular sale. Anyway, mate, yeah, thanks for that. It was good.
yeah. Thanks for having me on again, mate.
Yeah,
Always a
it's all right.
pleasure.
My pleasure. Yeah, and anybody that's not sub to Simon, head over. I'll put a link to your channel in the video description, mate.
Cheers for that.
No worries. All right, we need to catch up soon. Have a beer.
Yeah, definitely, definitely, very, very soon.
All right. Well, should we end it there?
Take care, guys. All the very best.